All right, welcome everybody. the Today, this evening, maybe this morning, wherever you're at, we are going to be going and looking at the objectives and knocking out some of those sprints and getting some of the objective points in some of those. So let's see here. Got that set up. And I think we are set. So, first off, go ahead and get this free crate. I'm still looking for Vortex, and I still don't have it. Oh, I don't know what I need to do. All right, so let's go down here and look at the objectives. As you can see, I've taken care of all the objectives for the daily. It does have a timer on it. So does the weekly objective. So pay attention to those. Um, there's a couple things that are really important that I learned almost too late. Is First off, when it says play races, those are at your highest level. So I wasted a little bit of time because I was racing in Series 5 and 6. Uh, so actually, here we go again with this. But I think I know what the problem is. We'll just open her right back up here. And we should be good to go now. All right. So let's get back to the objectives here. So this is your highest level. I spent a little bit wasted effort because I was racing Series 5 and 6. I'm actually just started Series 7. So pay attention to those. And for instance, here I got 5 completed out of 25 needed to get the 1,500 points, coins, whatever they're called. But it will tell you right here once you go and click on the objective. Race only in the highest unlocked series and duels. Race in any Grand Prix rounds are eligible. So read the instructions. And then what we're going to do is go to the store. And here's for this week. Now, the one thing that I've been reading, trying to find, reading the FAQs and that kind of thing, I can't find it, is if these points carry over throughout the season or they go away at the end of the week. This restarts basically every Monday. I do know that. So we got 2,400 points as of right now. So what we're going to do, because we're hurting on boosts, is we're going to get those. So there's 5 warriors. All right. And you can do this 6 times. Then for 150, you get 590,000. Now, no, I'm in Series 7, like I said. It doesn't matter what series you're in. This is what it's going to look like. So there's 150 coins. Now, I almost would go with the crates, but there is no explanation of this is going to be Series 5 through 7, or is it Series 1 through 7? So without that explanation, this is no better in my mind than if we were uh, opening up a regular crate. So with that said, I'm going to leave these alone. Now, on the weekend, I probably use this because it's 3 hour coin surge for 1,360 points. And you can do this 3 times. So that's pretty cool there. And let's go back to how do we get back to the thing down here? There we go. So the big one is entering the Grand Prix races. You get 4,000. You have to do all 20. So the qualifying round, opening round, and the final round. And then this is easy. Watch adverts. And that's an easy 600 points right there. And opening crates. If you grind, you'll get this no problem. All right. So speaking of grinding, let's go ahead, and we have 1 slot available. Now, because I was doing this objective, this is the one thing you also have to be careful of is, and I didn't do it this way, is grinding for the objectives, but it's also going to factor in for sprint as well. So I think I might be actually like, at the bottom, but I'll check here in just a minute. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Let's get back here to make sure that I'm in the right setting, because I've been playing around with upgrades and trying to get my GP stuff together for tomorrow morning. I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to try this one. This is my next best one. Power units at 100. So actually, I may try this one because there are power heavy tracks, and this setup is low power unit. So let's see. So if we go down here, there's power unit. Now this is all, Series 7 is all grip. So it's going to be tire management. So that's going to be the drivers. With your drivers have higher tire management. Now they have speed cornering, power unit, and I think it's another power unit. Yeah, another power unit. So let's see where we're at, if we've even started this thing. Oh, good. So we have not. So when I killed it out in the right time, it didn't do anything. So we're up for possibly getting a P1 crate. That's what we're going to try. And for sprints, remember, it's all on the points. Of course, we want to get that level 7 crate, race crate, but the crates itself we want to do. So, and I got to build up my coins again here. All right, so didn't qualify so great. That's all right. So let's see, 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap these around here. And I'm finally going to start using some of my premium boosts because I don't have a whole lot of free boosts left, and I better hurry up because I almost ran out of time. So let's see how we do on this. And it's going to be against a real player, so probably not going to do real well. I'm missing the critical component, Series 6 component, so pretty much hurting. But I do have higher level components that I do have. So that will hopefully offset some of this. And we're going to go ahead and let them get all sorted out here. And this is probably a good, well, if I hit the right thing. My mouse and I go round and round all day long. All right, this would be a good place to boost or use DRS. I'm still having problems with DRS and boosting. So I'll get there eventually. And we want to try to go ahead and catch up to that lead pack on these turns here. Should be able to make up some spots. And we're going to go boost around this one and this one again. All right, so we're kind of caught up with both packs. And we're going to go ahead and we got into P1. And we're going to go 4 for them. And we're going to keep on pushing as much as we can. Try to maintain that little bit of a lead we have. Push on into the pits. All right, we're out ahead of the rival. And we're getting some good points. So even if we don't win, we'll still have some pretty decent points for the sprints. I think we'll do all right. I think we got a good tire strategy going on. We got the best components we can get. And even though we're outclassed, we're trying to be as smart as we can, managing our drivers and that kind of thing. So there we go. They're pitting. We can go by. So we'll pick up another couple of positions. All right, we're coming up on the last lap, I believe. I've lost P1. There he is. Yeah, so this will be the last lap. Ooh, and the rivals might get us. We'll see. We're going to boost right here, DRS right there. And we'll get through these turns here. And we're going to boost. And if you can boost coming out of these turns, it appears to be a little bit better. All right, so we lucked out. And we got us a level or Series 7 crate. And we got some good points. 43 points. Definitely helps the cause. All right, we're moving on along. We'll open up that crate. Now this dot comes up if you hit a point for the objectives. We're not going to mess with it because those others in our sprint group could be racing while we're sitting here looking at dots and stuff. So, wow. Team scores are almost exact. So this should be interesting. And I really wanted to sit in Series 6 for the longest time and build up coins and levels and all that, but the objectives and everything have changed that whole routine. So let's go with this scenario again and trying to spread out my premium boost a little bit, so don't laugh at the boost I'm using. I would not recommend the boost I'm using currently because I'm just trying to use things I'm probably not going to use on a regular basis. Hopefully we'll do well this weekend again. We did get P2, and it's another real player. You can tell by the boost there. Yeah, we got P2 for this last one, so in junior, I'm happy. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to race Challenger this weekend. I was going to wait, see if I got that Vortex, but it looks like it's not going to happen. So I don't know what else I can do. I've been racing Series 6 forever. All right, let's get into the game here, literally and figuratively. This will be a pretty good competitor here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and use the DRS right there. And then right there and try to get caught up just like we did the last race. Get caught up in that group, and that way we have a little bit more flexibility. But for whatever reason, Bierman is just suffering right now. So we're going to help him along a little bit. We're going to push him. See if we can get Bierman up to at least 10, P10. And that's not helping. So let's go. All right, that puts us right in the middle of everybody. That's just perfect. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go back on mediums, but we're not going to have a whole lot to play with when it comes down to that fourth lap. So we got to be really disciplined on our DRS usage. We're going to go hards with Bierman. Go ahead and push him on trying to get closer to the rivals. So when we pit, I thought he was going to be pitting too. My bad. Okay, and we're going to try to do the DRS here. There we go. We're not getting full advantage because it started so late down the straight stretch. We could wait and do it here. All right, so we got ahead of the rivals. They're pitting, so we'll take advantage of anything we can get. And I think what I'm going to do is push around these turns here. Now we're in P8. So when we come back around to the straight stretch up top here, we're going to push that DRS button. All right. So that's where we need to be. So now, oof, the rival Beerman is on us. But all we're going to do is just try to use our power unit. See if we can get away with that. Just so we have enough tires. No. All right. Now we're going to use the DRS. We're going to push push around this turn. The rival may get us. We don't have anything left, and they got a little bit left, but we get them. All right. We maintain P5. So P1, P5, I'm good with that. $44 points. And we got an extra trophy for fastest lap. We're, I think, at 55, something of that nature. All right. And we're not even going to worry about how many points we have to go. Not yet. We've only raced 3 races. So we know we probably have at least 4 or 5. We're going to be racing a higher team score. I'm not real concerned about that. All right. So let's go. And I'm using mediums on doing because he's a little slower. I'm just trying to give him some type of advantage. And we're going to scroll all the way down here to tune in. But it seems to be working really well this season, at least this level. Another real player. Holy schmollies. Everybody wants to get these objectives. All right, let's see where we're at. And they're using premium and free boosts as well. So I think we're all kind of in the same boat. And that's pretty sad at the beginning of the season. We're already running out of boosts. All right, let's get these folks on up there. Come on, Doing. You can get it. And it's going to be rough with, their Bearman's using like Instinct, so not so bad. But I think that's Gladiator. The rival's using too, so we're going to have to work extra hard there. Get caught up. Man, our Beerman is causing us grief. Yeah, I think I'm going to use DRS with doing there, and then Bierman on that straight stretch. And I'm going to use hards on both of them. The temperatures aren't our friend on this race here. And we're not going to use any DRS or power unit because we want to split up, have a little bit of a gap, and we didn't do well with that, but we weren't too terribly bad. And we'll do the DRS here, try and get back caught up to them. They have a much stronger setup than we do, but we're staying with them. Not too bad. Now they're really moving out. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right. Fortunately, one's going in for the pits. Hopefully, we can get around before they come out. It's going to be awful close. We won't have both of ours past them, but we'll have one. But obviously, they're going to be on fresher tires, and they did go on soft. So, but this gives us an opportunity to kind of get ahead of them there. They're just flying. All right, so at this point, we're just trying to get as many points as possible for our crate. We're not going to win this one. We won two. This will be the first one we've lost out of this group, so not bad. Especially not having the components and everything we need. Let's see here. All right, we didn't do as well as we wanted to. Let's see how many series 11 12s he had real quick like. Oh, well, we know that. All right. So he had that infamous vortex. If I had the vortex, I'd be just as good as him. All right, moving right along. We got to try to get those crates. All right, 117. We got to get to 150. So we're not doing too bad. And we got enough coins. Hopefully we'll get a good matchup here. That's not a good matchup. Wow. The later it gets, the worse the matchmaking is. Be interesting to see what level his Antonelli is. All right, here we go. We're going to go ahead and use dragon. I really don't want to, but let's just see. We'll use butterfly. Should use another one, but that's all right. Yeah, yes, go. That butterfly and I just lost the name of it again. Gladiator. Those are really good boosts. Awesome. All right, let's get some space built in. We need them big old gaps. We're just poor little guys here. All right. We're going to boost Duhan. Just try and get up there in that top 5. That's what we're trying to do right now. You know, every race, you can have your general strategies, but when it comes right down to it, you really just have to watch how the AI is doing, how the rival's doing, especially if it's a real player. They may change, they may do something silly, and you have to take advantage of it. You just never know what's going to happen. All right, we're both in the top 5 now. That's where we want to be at. We know we're going to have to pit here in this next go around. We're going to stretch out 4 laps out of this. I don't think the rival's that competitive. So we use that opportunity to let's take our time when we can. And let's go ahead and put hards on Bierman. We're going to go ahead and push him. We're going to go ahead and back off Doohan. Build that gap so we don't double stack, at least not too terribly much. All right, and go back. Oh, look at there. That was just awesome. All right, so now we're going to push out of there, and we're going to push out there. We're still going to be ahead of the rivals. And unlike regular duels, you know, right now we could just sit back, relax, and win. Oh my goodness, there's a safety car. All right. Well, we're going to sit back and not pass anybody, but we'll build up a power unit. Today I have the most difficult time with the safety car. They're like flying, and as separated as everybody is right here, that's how it was earlier today. So I don't know if they changed the safety car again, but it's been kind of difficult to keep up with the safety car. All right, and away we go. So let's go ahead and push. through here, as we know, the rival is a lot closer than they used to be because of this safety car. So we're just going to push like crazy. We're going to try and maintain P1 and 2 the best we can. Now, we don't have to worry about the rivals so much. It's the bots now. Okay, we're coming into the last lap. Got a little gap built up here. I think we're going to be all right. Plenty of tires. All right. 47. So 889, we had 812. So I bet he has a really strong driver and his components aren't so great. So, now it's that Vortex again. Oh, and he has this. So, yeah, the Euro and the Vortex. That's what made his score so high. But we got the best lap time. And the P1 crate. Let's see what we got. Now, if I do it right, if I back out before the last item, it starts over when we're ready, not when the game's ready. So we don't really need that so much. Not. So what we're going to do is we're going to close out the. I haven't done this on camera before. That's not so bad. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this out and then start over, and then we should be good. All right. So let me go back over here. See if we did this right. We will soon know. But that way, you know how when you're doing them, the sprints, and then it automatically puts you into a group and you're not really ready. So we will see. All right. So we got quite a few coins out of that gig, so that'll work. So let's see if this worked. Yep, it worked. So let's do another set. So we need, was 150 points. Come on, rotate around. Rotate around. 150 points. Oh, before we do that, so now we got 9, we got 6. We'll watch 7 videos after this is over with, once I get off the stream here. And I don't think we have any crates to open anytime soon. And so we got 9 out of the 25. So we're good. All right. Is there anything we want to upgrade while we're here? I'm more interested in this. So synergy. So, well, let's see. Can we get the 2-for-1? That's synergy and quantum and mock. Oh, that's expensive for that one. Synergy's not cheap either. 6.5. And this is about the same now. Yep, 6.5. 2.8. 4.7. Oh. And we got 31 to go for milestone 70. All right, anything over here? Yeah, I think we checked quantum already, didn't we? 3.8. I'm old, forgetful. All right, let's go do some duels. Maybe after this set of sprints, we'll have enough to open up that next level there. Let's see, 834. We just got to make sure we win. That's the thing. That's the big. All right. Same routine. Don't fix it if it's not broke. I said Gladiator, and it wasn't Gladiator. The other guy had that time. Ugh. Firework. Didn't really want to use my Kawaii, but okay. And we're not going to use our DRS. We don't want to wear our tires out too soon. But we will push. Try to get them all, both of them up there in the top 5. Doing's falling backwards. And he's falling way back. Put hards on him as he can't make it all the way around. We're going to have to use DRS. Doing. There we go. We can go ahead and use DRS with Bierman. Get closer up to that P2. Good deal. Rivals pitting. That helps us out immensely. Let's go ahead and push past all that. Alrighty. Let's see. Push doing. Try and get up there closer to the top 5. We need those points. Or the bots are pretty fierce this go around. There we go. That helped. See if we can get up there to P3. Here's doing, messing us up here. We're not going to push Bierman because you can see his tires are getting a little rough. We don't want both our drivers having to pit. All right, so let's see. We got past P4. Let's see. Can we get P3? We cannot. But P4 is not bad. And we're going to maintain P9. Yes. All right. So we got a pretty good setup here as we're giving the higher scoring teams a workout minimum. So 37 out of 150. Let's go. $751. Seems like the only race track we use. At least we do pretty good on it. Oh, look at that. They're using Ocon. I'll be interested to see which one they use. All right, so same routine. Let's go all the way down. Use that tune in. Sure wish I was still back down in Series 5. By now I wouldn't, real player again. Wouldn't need boosts. All right, let's see how it's going to shake out here. At this level, I noticed that, the higher level drivers, they struggle a bit. I don't know if it's just because they could be just level 1 or level 2 racing against lower level drivers that are, level 6 or 7 or higher. And it's going to take them a little bit to catch up with the rest of us. So once again, we're not going to use DRS until we really have to, which it may be as simple as half lap from now, but I think we're all right for a little bit at least. Let's see. So Beerman's on hards. So we're going to go ahead and use DRS with Beerman just to keep up with the group. Because if we can keep up with the group, then we can just use a power unit. So let's go ahead and push him into the pits. Hold him back a little bit. Let's build up that power unit. And we'll go ahead and put hards on him again. All right, he's a pretty good spot right there. And the safety car right when I was going to do the DRS. Dang it. And I should have stopped. And pitted doing, but see how far the gap is? Sheesh. Is he going to kick out of here? Yep. Man, oh man, oh man. You might have to pit the rival. I'm hoping. We're getting. There you go. He's going to pit. Go. Get him. Hit P5. There you go. P4? Nah. No way. All right, got another trophy for best lap. $80 out of the 150 we need. Let's go. Oof, another real player, 856. Mm-mm-mm. Ah, ah, ah. All right, this will be an interesting one. I'm going to use DRS right there because they're probably not expecting it. How did he get so far ahead of us? Oh, see if we can just keep ahead of the pack there. Yeah, once again, there appear to be much stronger setup. So this will be another one of those. We're just racing for the points now. Try and get as high as we can. I'm not doing too bad considering. All right, let's see. Let's go mediums. And let's try softs. They're just flying. They have Vortex and there's that Series 7 or 11 component. I can't remember what it is. We're not going to get very good points here. And I did not mean to hit the DRS. I was trying to hit the power unit, but whatever. And our points are suffering on this one. If we get a crate, we'll be lucky. Okay, so basically the same drivers. That doing when he gets to level 4, he's pretty strong. They're Vortex. Let's see. Fury. So he's using my other setup basically. Except for I don't have Vortex. That's what I need. That's what's hurting me. No, I'm going to watch them later, I promise. All right, so if we do really good this race, we'll still have to race another race. All right, I think we can get this in 2. Unless we get matched up with some way higher person like this last one. And I gotta plug my phone in because it's dying. Oh my goodness, 891. Are you kidding me? Glad I'm not using Coin Surge. All right, gets this wet for a little bit. All right, let's use some of that water that we got. Well, we're staying with them a little bit. And there goes Ocon. If we get past their Beerman, that would be amazing. They're trying. Mm-mm-mm. All right, we're going to push both. No, we're just going to push this one here. Then we get past a few of those. And then I got to do better than that. I may change up my setup. We're going to try this other setup after this race. I think I'll do much better. Especially as that higher flag count. I'll spit it out here in a minute. Should we go softs? Let's put softs on. Doing horrible. Mm-mm-mm. That was a painful race. That's not the way to. So now we got like or two more races instead of just one more. 891. Look at that craziness. Vortex. All right. We're going to change up. No, I still don't want to watch them. All right. Let's change this up. Maybe this won't be so painful. All right. We may, if we have a good race, we might be able to get them on this one. But I got to get some coins back in. I'm losing coins. Ah, but I'm still glad I'm focusing on really series 6 and below uh, for the Challenger. I'm playing the long game. I'm trying not to chase flags, but with these objectives, that's what's happening. All right, 6 and 6. And let's see. Wow, I'm just hurting. We're looking not too bad. May have been a good decision. Probably should have done it a lot earlier. We'll see. We got a long ways to go yet. See ya. All right, Antonelli. Let's go. Let's see. Antonelli is not too terribly bad. Oh, oh, there we go. And get on up there. All right. Good shape. Just got to get higher position. So I think we're going to have one more race after this. I don't know if Doohan would be any better than Antonelli. I know Antonelli's tire management is not so great. Doohan may. I'll switch him out. We'll figure this out eventually. Go. $33. Not enough. I don't think. Now I can't remember. Yeah, 30. At least we won. Hey, we got a P3. Works for me. All right, that'll do it, y'all. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And good luck on your sprints if you're still doing some sprints. And um, let's open this crate real quick. And still, we have no vortex. All right. So, oh, look at this. Let's see what we got here. We get more points. Yep. We got closer, but we didn't complete anything. So we're up to 2220, I guess. There. Awesome. All right. Y'all have, like I said, good sprints, and we'll see you in qualifying. Bye.